Hey everybody, welcome back to Survivor Garage 1969. Just a little tool review here. What this is a 3-inch grinder. I got this at Harbor Freight. My vibrator tumbler that I was cleaning bolts with, it took a dump. And it's not that it was a bad tool, it's that I used it for a lot of years and it just gave out. So anyways, but I got this a while back and I wanted to do just a little review on it. Hang on a second here. It does have the, you get a little wrench. This is this is actually a little polish wheel. It does a pretty good job. See, I'm using this for cleaning bolts. Now I am not polishing bolts, but it did clean them off pretty good, but it wore down fast. So I actually bought a kit. You get another polish wheel, you get another stone, and now what you get with this thing, hang on just a minute here, you get a little Allen wrench, you get a little wrench with it, that's to put your attachment onto the side, as you can see, you know, with your flex cable, whatever. They give you a little Dremel grinding bit, which, you know, any size of your Dremel bits would fit in this. And then but I went and on eBay I bought a wire wheel, so this will actually last longer than the polish wheel. And then I think I paid for the wire wheel maybe $15, $16, something like that. And then this thing's got I think it's a 3/8 arbor. I did have to grind a little shim to get this to fit tight. And I actually used this grinder to grind. What it was a washer. The washer was too big, but the hole in the center was just perfect. So I had to grind it down to fit in the recess part of this wire wheel. So I used this grinder, and I'm going to tell you what, for a little grinder, it's got some torque. Now I do have a larger bench grinder, but you know, everything in my garage has to be pretty much portable because I don't have a lot of room, as you've seen in previous videos. So anyways, I figured this would be a little bit easier to use, you know, just to pick it up, set it out, rather than, you know, messing with the larger grinder, which I don't even have a wire wheel for that. And yeah, I don't know how well you can see the specs on the box here. I'll see if I can zoom in for you. Hang on a second here. Let's see what I can do here. I'm using my remote to try to zoom in for you. Hang on. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that stuff. Okay, there's a picture of it. Shows the little Dremel bit in the flex shaft. And it is variable speed. I will turn it on for you here in a minute. And but like I said, for a little bench grinder, when I ground that washer, it's got some torque. And then but like with any kind of tool, if you overdo it, you know, force it, it's going to bog it. And hang on just a second here. Trying to do this one-handed with my camera stabilizer. Work the remote. Okay, let's see if I can hit this for you and give you a little speed thing. I can't crank it all the way up because the rating on the wire wheel isn't that high. I don't want stuff to start flying. Okay, here's crank it on. There's your speed adjustment right here. Crank it a little bit more. It actually seems to be a pretty awesome little bench grinder. The base here, it's got some weight. There is a hole here, if you wanted to bolt it solid to something. But if you're doing like I am, just, kind of portable, it's got enough weight to keep it in place, if you're cleaning bolts, stuff like that. But like I said, the grinding part of it, when I ground that shim down, that washer, it's got some torque. So, but like I said, I did buy an extra kit where you get another buffing wheel, you get another stone. They don't sell these separate. You could probably find them separate online, but it was easier. It was like, I don't know, $4 something. And then I haven't used the flex shaft yet. And, with what I'm doing cleaning bolts, it's really not necessary. And then, but yeah, so this is my little review on this, and I've already used it. It seems to do a pretty good job for what I need. And like I said, the vibrator tumbler, the 5-pounder that I had, it didn't fail because it was cheap. It failed because I used the crap out of it. And I would say that anybody that'd be interested in buying one from Harbor Freight, you can't go wrong. They do a good job. They take some time when you're cleaning nuts and bolts. But no, I've only used mine with sand. I've never used the media from Harbor Freight for it. And but it did work. It worked very well. I actually bought that thing back in 2014, and like I said, I used the crap out of it, and it just finally gave out. So rather than buy another one with what bolts and stuff that I have to clean, this here was a little bit more economical and smaller, and so this will work for what I got to do. So maybe this is something you may be able to use in your job, your garage or something. And so, but anyways, yeah, this is the Harbor Freight 3-inch mini bench grinder, and so far, I like it. It works pretty good. You have to put on your guards and stuff like that, your little I call it resting plate, if you're gonna kind of rest your bolt on there, whatever you're grinding. And your flex shaft goes on right here. There's a little piece that screws on the inside. I actually have that in the bag so I don't lose it. And it just, it spins the cable inside the flex shaft. So anyways, I haven't done a video in a while, so wanted to do this. And the next video is going to be, I'm going to go and try to get some paint on the jamb of the door. And just a lot of things going on, trying to get squared away. And whoops, lately the weather here in Ohio, it's nice, it's warm, but it's been getting pretty humid. You can't paint in humid weather. So, but, I'm going to try to get done what I can get done. And so that'll be the next videos when I go to shoot that, jamb on the door. The jamb on the car, I've got a little bit of sanding to do on that yet, then I can seal prime that and, go for that. But I want to get some paint on the door. So, okay, hey, thanks for watching my videos. And hit the thumbs up. Every little bit helps. Appreciate you. Have a great one.